It's your boy Mike from Trouble Down Productions, and this is going to be my Fear the Walking Dead mid-season review. Now, we basically had a bunch of crazy stuff happen in this episode. I definitely didn't see a lot of this stuff coming. We got Salazar going a bit rickish, I guess you could say, visioning his wife, his dead wife, and, you know, he goes kind of crazy, ends up trying to get Ophelia out of there, gets in a fight. They end up throwing him, like, down in a dungeon strapped to a damn chair. And, like, the whole time we get a little backstory of him. We can see why he is starting to go a little nuts. I mean, the guy's been killing since he was a kid. We got Chris that's, you know, the past couple episodes, he's really been acting a little weird, man. And so he bolts at the end of the last episode. And this whole episode, he's out. You know what I'm saying? He's gone. Travis goes to find him, or tries to find him, and ends up finding him. The dude's got like a little kid hostage in the guy's house. You know what I'm saying? Do I think he would actually hurt the kid? No. But then again, he did, you know, right after that, try to pull a knife on his dad and try to, like, you know, cut his dad. So I don't know if he's really that far out there yet, but I know he's not going back to everybody else. With Travis, I get it. You can't just leave your kid out there. He's got to be with his kid. So he refuses to go back when Nick goes to find him. So, you know, I get, like I said, I get it. You can't just leave your kid out there. As a parent, I'm like, yeah, do that. As a viewer, I'm like, leave that sumbitch out there because he's been acting strange as hell. Nick, I don't want to say Nick is going crazy. It's like Strand told Madison when he was burying Thomas that, you know, Nick is a recovering drug addict. He is very vulnerable at the time, and Cecilia, with her just crazy ways, she basically sunk her meat hooks into him. I mean, she made him believe that, you know, those people are not dead. She's keeping all these dead people in this basement cellar in like a cell. You know what I mean? Like a big cell. But I mean, she's still keeping all the people that was part of that community down there, talking about they're not dead and, you know, they're just people and we got to give them safe shelter and all this mess. This woman needs to be killed immediately. And since we learned that Strand and Thomas were like a thing, that's why Strand came back there. Cecilia gets mad because Strand was supposed to take him, and Thomas was supposed to take these pills and die together, basically like a Romeo and Juliet bullshit. Strand just like, damn, now I'm not ready to die yet. He ends up shooting Thomas in the head, and this is why Cecilia wants to kick him out of the community. Now, she agreed to let everybody else stay. She has Nick go get her son, Luis, who we've seen in prior episodes. And obviously, he's a walker, but she wanted him to go get Luis and bring him down to the cellar with all the rest of the people walkers that was down there. There really wasn't a whole lot of story progression with Alicia and Ophelia in this episode. So there's not really a whole lot to say about that. Madison knows what the deal is after having her conversation with Strand. So Madison goes to Cecilia and like plays her in a way and says basically she wants, you know, to learn what Cecilia knows about these dead people, not dead people, however she considers them. Anyway, she gets Cecilia down to the cell. Cecilia's showing her. Cecilia walks into the damn cell with the walkers. Maddie walks back, you know, in there with her. And as Cecilia's like talking, Madison slowly backing out of the cell and ends up getting out and shutting Cecilia in there. So at that point, I'm like, yes, they finally killed the crazy bitch. Salazar ends up getting up out the chair and makes his way down to that cell with a thing of gasoline and just lights the whole thing up. I mean, starts burning like everything. It started down there and it just spread rapidly. Now, I don't know if Daniel actually is dead, if he stayed in there or if he ran out. We probably won't know that until the next season, or the second half of the season. But if he is dead, I'm going to be a little butthurt because Salazar was one of my favorite characters. So going into the second half of the season, we're going to have like 3 different groups. We're going to have Travis and his kid, Chris. We're going to have, you know, Maddie, Ophelia, and Strand, and I think that was the only people with him with that group. And then we've got Nick, who ends up staying at the damn farm or at the place while they take off because everything's burning. Walkers are coming. People are coming to attack them because Salazar burned it all up. So, I mean, we're going to have that little group too. So, we're going to be split off into a couple different groups when we come back. Now, these characters are pretty decent sized characters, so I'm thinking if there's one that we're not going to see again, it could possibly be Salazar. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Nick again, even though he stayed there. We'll see something come of that. I really liked the episode. I'm going to give the episode a 9. It was pretty well played out. I do feel like since this is still kind of the beginning, I'm not real sure of the timeline, but I don't think we're about like maybe a month into it even now. So I think we should see more killing. I think we should see more walkers than what we have been. But overall, it was a really good episode. But that's about all I got for you guys. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought about the episode, because I always love to hear you guys' thoughts. Check out my group, Dead to Zombies, where we do weekly giveaways. Love you guys. Dead to Zombies, Trouble Down Productions. You guys rock.